Ladies and gentlemen, today we have some absolutely stellar breaking news. You see, the radical progressive politicians on the far left are finally getting held accountable for their crimes. You see, just a few days ago, several senior ranking Democratic politicians absolutely disgraced themselves, breaking federal law while trying to storm an ICE detention center in New Jersey. Newark Mayor Ross Baraka and three Democrat Congress members, Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman, Congresswoman LaMonica McIver, and Congressman Rob Menendez, tried to bust into the Delaney Hall ICE facility, and they violated federal law in the process, plain and simple. And so, as a consequence of this incompetent progressive raid, Mayor Ross Baraka was temporarily arrested for trespassing. But here's the deal. The Trump administration is digging deeper into what happened, looking to press some pretty serious charges. In fact, take a look at this.
We should let viewers know there will likely be more arrests coming. We actually have body camera footage of some of these members of Congress assaulting our ICE enforcement officers, including body slamming a female ICE officer. So we will be showing that to viewers very shortly.
You say a video of members of Congress body slamming ICE
That's correct.
officials?
That's correct, sir. It's disgusting.
Okay, and so if you have that video, are you suggesting that members of Congress will be arrested who were there yesterday?
This is an ongoing investigation, and that is definitely on the table.
Who has the video?
ICE does, and we will be releasing that very shortly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Trump administration is not about to let these radical progressive Democrat politicians off the hook, and now body cam footage is coming out that absolutely proves that these radical progressive politicians actually assaulted numerous ICE officers during their illegal break-in. In fact, we've got some of that footage right now. Take a look.
Get off of her! You cannot push it! You cannot Congress! You can't push members of Congress! Get off of her!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely embarrassing and disgraceful for the Democrats. Really, they were behaving like a bunch of entitled, low IQ thugs. They violently stormed a federal detention facility trying to break free their precious illegal alien gang members, all while ICE was working to maintain order. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot more to talk about today, but real quick, I do want to say that if you enjoy the daily news updates, please consider subscribing to the channel because it really does help a ton. Here's the reality. Democrats keep picking illegal criminals over American citizens. They're obsessed with protecting illegal aliens, violent gang members, and lawbreakers, while everyday American citizens suffer from their open border policy. But really, this ICE facility stunt was just yet another example of performative progressive theatrics. They staged this chaos in order to sabotage President Trump's immigration enforcement, trying to fish up some sympathy, but really they just ended up looking like a bunch of belligerent anti-American idiots. And of course, the left-wing media tried to spin the story, crying that these Democrat politicians faced ICE brutality, but you know what? As more body cam footage keeps rolling out, their lies are just getting completely exposed. Now the entire country can see firsthand just how incompetent and anti-American these senior-ranking Democrat politicians really are. These radically progressive politicians endangered ICE agents and detainees as well with their reckless stunt. They risked lives, showing zero regard for our federal facilities' security, and their actions were frankly a shame to our entire nation. And so right now, the Department of Homeland Security is dialing in on making more arrests. These senior-ranking Democrats are facing serious federal charges for assaulting federal ICE officers. Trump's team is not playing around. And I'll tell you what, here's the truth. These ICE officers who were attacked by these radical progressive Democrat politicians deserve our total support. Not only are they actively defending our country against violent illegal immigrant gang members on a daily basis, but now they're defending the country against violent senior-ranking Democrats as well. But check this out. These Democrats tried to claim that they had unilateral oversight rights to invade this federal detention center. But as we all know, they didn't want oversight. They wanted to break all of these illegal immigrant gang members out of detention, releasing them back onto our streets where they can continue to brutalize everyday Americans. The truth is, if the Democrats got their way, they would turn this entire country into one massive sanctuary city. Very clearly, their only policy right now is to fight on behalf of dangerous illegal immigrant gang members. However, as all of you know, their sanctuary city policies only create sanctuaries for violent illegal aliens. For everyday Americans, they create hell on earth. And so here's the reality. Right now, a full-scale investigation is coming into these far-left politicians. Mayor Ras Baraka, Congresswoman Bonnie Watson-Coleman, Congresswoman LaMonica McIver, and Congressman Rob Menendez are facing serious criminal prosecution for their blatant anti-American behavior. In truth, the Democratic Party has pretty much become the party of anti-American chaos, fighting to shield and protect illegal alien gang member criminals, all while spitting on President Trump's America First agenda. Their ICE facility stunt here proves they'll do anything to destroy our country's national sovereignty. But you know what? Here's the truth. We, the American people, are done tolerating the anti-American antics of these radically progressive, senior-ranking Democrat politicians that endlessly put the well-being of illegal alien gang members above the well-being of American citizens. And so now, President Trump is delivering. He's criminally pursuing these law-breaking progressive politicians for their clear and blatant federal crimes. The truth is, these radically progressive politicians thought that they could bully their way into a federal detention facility and jailbreak a bunch of illegal alien gang members out, but they were dead wrong. President Trump's justice is coming, and it's about to hit them hard, just as they deserve. For years now, we had these very same progressive politicians lecturing us about how no one is above the law. Meanwhile, they weaponized the justice system against conservatives. So you know what? Between you and me, I think it's about time that they got a taste of their own medicine. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but hey, in my opinion, that is what it looks like to put America first. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap up, I do want to say real quick that we officially have a Morse News Twitter page as well as a Morse News Facebook page. So if you use either of those platforms, please go down below and drop a follow in order to get breaking news updates that relate to everything we talk about here in the YouTube videos. But everyone, that is going to be a wrap for today's video, so please go down below and drop a comment. Let me know what you think about all of this. Please like the video while you're down there, and like I said earlier, please consider subscribing to the channel because it really does help a ton. Thank you all very much for tuning in today, and of course, as always, stay safe.